Yo, this is Ty, the official TAI. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're having a mukbang, but it's a special one. It's an educational one. You know I'm purposeful. So we are having a quarantine mukbang while we talk about the second stimulus package. Listen, you might want to stay tuned for this one. Yes, a second stimulus package.
Yo, this is Ty. Welcome to the official TAI channel. Stay tuned.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Again, this is Ty, the official TAI, and tonight I'm going to do my first mukbang. But this is not your original mukbang. Remember, I'm purposeful with everything. This is my 40th year, so ain't no half-stepping, okay? At any rate, so today we're going to have a mukbang with Philly cheesesteak egg rolls and some, I think this is honey mustard wings that I ordered from local business, Barb's Kitchen. Go girl, I'm so proud of you. I've watched you grow up and now she's doing her own cooking thing and her stuff is the bomb. Of course, I have one of each already, but I had to taste it. You know, I had to do it. It's just the inner thing in me. Today, I am on my treat day, not a cheat day for my diet. So this is well worth it. Believe me, you. At any rate, since I'm by myself, this is my quarantine mukbang. And guess what the topic is going to be? Because you know we purposeful, so I'm going to try to educate you and sneak it in there. We're going to talk about this second stimulus package that you're about to get. Yes, the second stimulus package. So, with that being said, long as Congress passes it or decides what they're going to do, whatever the case is, come next week, starting next week, you can start getting deposits as soon as the end of next week or the following week, up until September, which is my birthday. And those that are following me, they know that means I turn 40 in September. So you're welcome. My birthday present to you. At any rate, you already know, one, again, you know how I am. So I have my notes. I want to make sure I give you details. And of course, I'll have all the links in the description below. So make sure you look at that after you subscribe and you comment and you like and you do all that good stuff. Okay, to support your girl. At any rate, the government has already given us $2.2 trillion. Do you know how all those times you, me, my cousins, my parents, whatever, everybody always complain, oh my God, I did all this overtime, or oh my God, I had this paycheck. And you know what they did? They went and they took half of my money, or they took all this money out in taxes, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You're getting it all back now. This is why you pay federal taxes for economic crisis, national crisis like this, such as the COVID-19. Okay, so like I said, they already gave everybody the $1,200 about a month or so ago to help everybody get back. You know, those that lost their jobs, those that lost their incomes, things like that. Those that were heavily affected, or maybe the breadwinner was someone, you know, unfortunately, that caught the COVID-19, the Rona, aka. And, you know, just those that was really affected by it is really why they just jumped and did it. And they couldn't single out. They couldn't tell who was who. So everybody got it because we all pay federal taxes. So finally, you understand why they always take all this money out that we all complain about without federal taxes. This is why, for economic crisis such as this. And this is worldwide, to be honest with you. But right now, this is just we're only worried about the United States. So I'm talking about the United States right now. So at any rate, these checks can be deposited in your account as soon as the end of next week. So let's say Congress passes the bill and come next week, they're serious about it, then boom, you're done. And we're all going to be getting $2,000 a month for the next 6 months. Again, these are all proposals. $2,000 deposited to our accounts or our card or whatever the case is for the next 6 months, or they're going to send everybody a card, like a preloaded card. Like, it seems weird coming from the government to give you a preloaded card, but they're going to give you a preloaded card, probably like they do people with SSI checks and stuff like that. But it's going to have $2,000 on it initially. And then every month after that is going to be deposited for $1,000 a month. And that's supposed to be up until a year after this whole economic crisis is done. A year after. You hear that? So the government does care. So all that time they took all that money out of your account, it was, out of your paycheck or whatever check you got, it was purposeful. It was for a reason. It wasn't just because they wanted to tax you and give it back to you at tax time. Maybe. It depends on your dependents and your AGI, which is your gross income for that year and things like that. So you can get direct deposit, obviously, if you already got the $1,200 before and they did the direct deposit. And again, I'm only speaking about adults. We already know it's $500 per minor. And last time people, 18 and 19-year-olds, they didn't get anything. The parents didn't get the $500 for them, and they didn't get the $1,200 for being considered as an adult, whether they lived on their own in college, whatever the case is or not. This time, 16 and older would get the $2,000. Yes, 16 and older would get the $2,000. So I don't know what exactly a 16-year-old would do with $2,000, but I'm sure they would figure it out. But as the parent, it is up to you to make sure that they invest it, to make sure that, of course, they're going to spend a little bit of it. You have to get back to the economy. We have to bring the economy back to where it was. But definitely, this is the time. This is like a second chance for everybody. What you want to do is hold on to your money. You want to hold on to your money. Rather than to pay off credit cards, that way you still have that buying power. You know what I mean? So you can go ahead and pay off your credit cards, but you still have how much that credit limit is for your credit card, and you can still spend. You just won't have the cash on hand. Some people can just save the actual cash or the card that it comes on, but you still need to give back to the economy. At least paying off your credit card is like giving back to the economy. Another way that you can save is don't impulse buy. Don't just go let your 16-year-old or yourself buy the latest Jordans or whatever the case is, unless that's a priority to you. It may be. But no impulse buying, which means when you see something like, oh, I want that. Or, oh, that looks like it tastes good. I want that. Oh, that would match with such and such. I want that. Unless you're investing in yourself. Now's the time to restart your whole life and invest in yourself. Okay, so 16-year-olds here, invest in yourself. 45-year-olds, invest in yourself. Pay some bills off. Have something to show for it. You know, I feel like this is our second chance at this is 2020. So this is our preparation. And if a lot of these things are coming to us next year, you might want to go ahead and start saving, because you'll probably get this for 6 months to a year of free money. So don't expect to be able to file this next year while you're filing your taxes, because it's all tax-free, federal tax-free. And for all of those of you who were not fired, but laid off and things like that, or looking for a job, they're giving the companies a tax credit as well to rehire employees and hire new ones. So this is the time that they're putting everybody on their feet. There's no excuses 2 years from now. There's no excuses. The last one is that they would suspend rent/mortgage for up to a year. So even if you own your house, they're going to pay that lending agency your mortgage, basically. They're going to give them something for you on your behalf. Just the same as rent. Your landlord will be paid by the government in whatever which way or form. As long as you was affected by this COVID-19, you would actually be able to not have to worry about a shelter. So that way you could go ahead and just take care of home, take care of you, take care of everything. Again, this is an economic stimulus. So it's to stimulate, it's to get you to go support the local businesses, like I did for Barb. Shout out to Barb again. For you to go ahead to Walmart, online, Amazon, whatever your thing is that you normally purchase from the supermarket. Whatever the case is for you to give back to the community, give back to the economy. Most importantly is what it is to give back to the economy. Community is more of a smaller, obviously, section, but it's to give back to the United States. So that way we can recycle the money, because I know all this sounds good that we about to get $2,000 a month or $2,000 a month and then $1,000 a month. All this sounds good. But at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen as, let's say COVID-19 doesn't end for a year from now. The crisis, a national crisis. Then that means there's another year after that. We're not going to be able to file our taxes and get money back, for one. Because remember, this is non-taxable. This is coming from the federal government already, which is the tax that we pay that they already took out from our checks previously. So that means the value of an American dollar is going to decrease. So what does that mean? Less sales. Things are going to be more expensive because of the cost of living. At this point, they know you're getting at least $2,000 for every 16-year-old and older in your household. So a family of several people with 16 and older qualifying people, That's $2,000 a pop. That's $2,000 a head, per person. So you want to make sure that you invest this. I can't stress that much. Again, they're all just proposals. It's 4 proposals. 1 to get back into the workforce. 1 to freeze you owing rent or mortgage for the next year. And the other 2 is to get this money so that way you can save. You can pay your bills. Hold on, I need to take another bite because this is a mukbang and I'm hungry. So, I know y'all was supposed to watch me eat, but I had to kill a couple of it for a little bit because I didn't want y'all thinking funny about me. So, I'll get better with these mukbangs as time goes on, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling about life right now. Anyway, back to this money. Back to this shmoney, okay? And it's okay if this video turns you off. I really made this video for people that I normally associate with, which are those that might not watch the news regularly. Those that might not be educated on something until it's about to hit their account or why or anything like that. So it's okay if you're looking at me and you might be wondering, oh, she doing a mukbang while she educating people. At the end of the day, I'm educating people, and that's the only thing that matters right now, is that I'm purposeful with what I'm doing. So if you're still watching this, you're probably listening to me. Okay, y'all, so back to this money. All 4 of those proposals have acronyms and meanings to it and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to put it in the description below in case you do decide to click on it and read that much more up on it. So again, you can educate yourself. This platform for me is just to at least make you aware of what's going on right now. We all don't want to see the news all the time, negative things. It seems like that's more highlighted than the positive things. So at this rate, let's just go ahead and, look at the positive side of this and the way you can, stimulate your financial situation, your well-being. Again, this is 2020. Next year, 21. You'll be 21 again. So this is the year to prepare. It's like a second chance at life. So do what you're supposed to do. So that way, when it comes down to it, you either increase your credit. You may have saved up enough to start that business you've been working on. You may have saved up enough. That way you have that discretionary income, which means your income after your bills and after your the things that matter, like your rent and stuff like that, things that are priority. There's money that you can spend. I would say money that you can blow, but I don't want you to think like that because I want you to be purposeful with what you're doing with this money.